Hi everybody. I hope you all are having a good morning. There is anyway, I just, we talked about the job aspect, how I go about, with employment, whether it's there's a few things I'm going to cover in this, the interview process and what I say, and also I'm going to cover, what I do during the work shifts, especially with, your coworkers who may not know a lot about medically. Hi, everybody. And, so first and foremost, let's talk about the interview and what I do for that. Honestly, I am always, hi. Thank you. You're beautiful, too. Anyway, there's a few things that are really important to me when it comes to interviews that I think you guys will love. That is a trick of the trade, I call it. One, I be myself from the get-go because this is me, what you guys see. I'm always smiling, and that's huge, and I'm genuine, so I think that is very easy to come with, I guess. But anyway, so definitely I do think it's important to mention your, turners in a job interview so they kind of know, because they're going to respect you more for being open and honest with them. Like for my case, and I'll give you my exact stuff I do in the interview. So when it goes to the interview part, I'm, introduce myself. Hi, I'm Caitlin. And I'll be like, and then I'll answer all their questions. And they were like, well, is there anything important that you have to ask? That kind of questions. And I'll be like, there are a few questions that I have. Be like, I actually have Turner syndrome, so I do tend to get sick a lot. And this is just my case. I mean, your case is going to be different than mine, but... And then I explain to him what it is and exactly how I tell you guys on all my lives. Just so they're aware and a heads up, because I've actually I'm very, very blessed with my job opportunities I've had, because they've all been amazing with me because I've been open. And a lot of them say that's why they keep me, because I'm sick a lot, as you guys can tell. But I don't let that stop me from doing anything. One time I honestly went to work with double pneumonia in my lungs because I'm not a person to give up. I'm not a person, I'm going to fight. I don't care. Nothing is going to hold me down. But I had literally went to work with double pneumonia in my lungs one time. But, that's what I tell them. I will literally work until I literally can't work. And I explained to him, I will give it my all. This disease doesn't stop me from doing anything. And then depending on the job, for me, I take care of people with disabilities, for example. So, there's cabinets that are really tall. Clients are really tall, right? And obviously I'm only 4'11". I have clients over 6 foot tall. And that's amazing in and of itself. But I always give them a huge notice if I can't go into work. The moment I know I won't be able to, I'll let them know. And I always work as much as I can. Why I can, I always say. And in their job interview, again, I just explain all of that to them. And then when you're working on the job and it comes to your coworkers, I feel like this is important too, because it's scary. And I'm going to be upfront and I'm going to be honest with you. It's scary because we never know. I mean, we don't know our life expectancy. We don't know that. But I don't even look at that, because honest to God, guys, I don't get scared by that, because really nobody knows their life expectancy. That's not just us. And that I really want to stress to you guys, because I know we do. I have moments where I freak out in my head, honestly, and I'm going to be upfront with you guys about this. And on top of freaking out in my head, I worry. I look at my eyes, and this is going to make me sound crazy. This is going to make me sound ridiculous. But I look at my eyes, and I just sit there, and I think, and I'm like, oh my God. One day, I'm not going to see you guys. One day, I'm not going to see my dog. One day, I'm not going to breathe. Is it going to hurt? And then it leaves me with all these questions. Is it going to hurt? And then it's am I even going to know that I died? Am I, there's so many questions with that. And I'm not going to get into all that, but because I would take totally off topic of this video, which I tend to do anyway. Anyway. But I explained to him anything can happen at any time to my coworkers. And I explained it is a serious disease, but the thing is I can do anything. And my coworkers are amazing. I really am so blessed with my work family I have. Amy, Carrie, you know, just everybody. You know, I am so just incredibly blessed. And there's so much that my coworkers have done for me. If I'm having an off day, you know, and Amy actually was my manager at one point, and, you know, if I was struggling one day and she would see me struggling, she was so amazing, guys. She would literally sit me down if I needed a little break, and she would talk to me. Like I wasn't stupid, like I wasn't different. Like, she would treat me, and she's, you know, I love her, and I love everybody I work with. Like, I didn't even name half of everybody that I really work with, because I work in a few different homes a lot, and I pick up shifts. But, you know, the point is when you're at work, guys, it's let them know that something can happen, but also let them know what you can do. And I feel like that's so important. And when they ask you what's our downfall, I always just say my height. And it's not really even a downfall for me, I don't feel like, because there's obviously stools, step stools. There's a lot that they can really genuinely do for that. And if they ask me what, you know, your advantages are, I always say, like, you know, for my field, I take care of people with disabilities. I'm CPR certified, blah, blah, blah. And I go on with that. But then I also add, and I'm a fighter. And then when they ask, you know, at the very last moment, what questions I have, I always go to, if you were to not hire me, why would that be? It takes them a minute. It throws them off, guys. That is the best question to ask. The best utmost question to ask ever. And people at your work, really, guys, are not going to see our differences, to be honest. Yours going to be a little bit shorter. They're not going to judge you on that. They're not going to slam you down because of that. And if they do, you know what? They're not worth your time. They're not. They're not worth your energy to be upset. And trust me, I am not perfect with that. I get upset sometimes and for, you know, situations like that. And that's okay. You know, because at work is a place where you just need to make enough money to pay your medical bills and everything else like that. And honestly, it would be amazing to have a perfect work crew. But they don't stop you. You know, if your coworker doesn't like the fact that you have Turner syndrome, guess what? So what? So be it. They mean nothing. The important people in your lives are your families, and especially our Turner families. And honestly, that your supporters are your biggest people in your lives. Those are the people that you should rely on and lean on to. And if you want to ask a question, guess what? Ask them. Don't ask people who are going to be negative, because you know what? Negative people, they're honestly hurting inside. Regardless of what that is, I don't know. I can't say that for sure. But the biggest thing is to be upfront at work. And honestly, we can do anything. I bought my trailer by myself. I bought a car. I have a good job. Nothing stopped me. Nothing stopped for me. And another coworker family who I love is Greg. He, you know, all my work family, I'm so blessed with, honestly. You know, because they have taken me in under the wing, and they just support me, and they listen to me go crazy and vent. Hi, Greg. And just there's just so much, you know, that you really genuinely can, that your coworkers can be your best friends. You know, those are in your biggest supporters, or they could just be people who are miserable people at work and are just there for a paycheck. Honestly, there's no ins and ofs and abouts. There's no secret to what you really can and cannot do with that. But what you can do is your positive mindset. And I feel like that has really helped me lately, is being a lot positive and having good people surround me. And I feel like if you're at work and somebody's just so miserable that they're just tearing you down, they're not worth your energy. Just put a smile on and just be yourself. Because at the end of it, no matter what hell you get put through, and sorry for my language, guys, but no matter what you get put through, no matter what they were to test you, if they do, if you be yourself, at the end of the day, they're going to see you're real. And then they're going to apologize. I have not had necessarily always a great work experience. I have had a career taking care of, I worked for visiting angels at one point in my life for literally only like 3 months, if that, because And this story is very hard for me to talk about. And hi, Jessica. She was my work family, too. I love her. Anyway, so they literally, one time, I'm taking care of his wife. His wife was really sick, honestly. She could hardly walk, and I was taking really good care of her. She asked me to make her deviled eggs, and I'm all for that. I'll do whatever my clients want me to do, as long as it's in with reason. And they had no stool, never showed me a stool. Remind you, I'm 4'11". I cannot reach them top cabinets. My butt's about to be climbing on that counter, to be honest, and I'm not ashamed of that. I don't care. You see me climbing on a counter, I'll sit on a counter. I don't care. I really don't care. But I was nice. I didn't go on their counter. I pulled up a chair. I stepped on the chair because that's all my options were. For them to turn me in to my manager to try to get me fired for that. And I was like, what? Of course, I didn't show anything. I didn't act upset with that. I didn't. And then he would belittle me, and his wife would make up stories to him, and I would sit there and take it, regardless of what he said, how bad he said, whatever. And no matter what I did, I couldn't please him. And you know what? You're gonna have that in your work field. You're gonna have that. And let me tell you, I would call my ex crying, literally crying, basically every day. Because he was from the army, guys, and he was an older gentleman, and oh my God, I had to have his bed made to a T. He made sure he overlooked what I was doing. So there was really no point in me being there except for him being lazy. And I'm sorry, he threw his dishes in there expecting me to do his dishes. I'll do his wife's dishes and his. And yeah, I'll do his every now and then, but it was every day. And then he wanted me to do all their laundry. I am so for that regardless. I am so for that. However, then he yelled at me for doing laundry. What? Then he cut my hours down. What? And that's what I mean. I understand negative things in the work field, but you know what? I walked in that house every day that I had work with them. Put a smile on my face, and I was like, good morning. And I would do what they asked me to do. I would, go above and beyond, try to at least. And I still got belittled for it, and you're going to have that, guys. But always remember, stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself. Because, and if you ask me personally, do I recommend any person working for visiting angels? No. They will cut your hours. They will mess. It's bad. I will never work for a place like Visiting Angels ever again in my life, because I know you guys see those commercials, because they're everywhere. I won't do it again. I won't. But anyway, that's enough of that story. But the point is, in the work field, be positive. Be yourself. We're fighters from day one. We are amazing. We are a miracle. There is no questions. There is no doubts. It's hard to be positive sometimes when people are dragging you down and everything like that. They're irrelevant. They're really irrelevant. You only have to deal with them 8 hours a day, whatever the hours a day it is. That's it. That's the only time they're in your life. Either 8 hours, 5 days a week, or 3 12s. I don't know your work schedule. It's, but the point is don't let that affect you. Don't. We're perfect the way we are. We're different on purpose, and it's amazing. God chose us, and I don't know if you believe in God, so if you don't, I super apologize for saying that, but to me, I do, and that's helped me through a lot of hardships, and that's helped me in life in general. I pray, about a lot of stuff, and if something's really bothering me, I'll cry it out first, and I'll pray about it, and try for me to come up with a solution, but I always just look for that one positive thing. Because as I said in my other video before, there's always one positive thing. And if you're dealing with a person in the work field that's being negative, do something nice for him. Kill him with kindness. And honestly, it's not about you half the time. It's about something they're going through outside of home, because we don't know what really other people are going through. And I've taken that to heart even since I was a little kid. And of course I wasn't a perfect kid. I got in trouble. I got yelled at because I yelled at a teacher before. I'm not going to pretend I didn't. That teacher did deserve it, though. I will support myself in that. She put me next to my neighbor, and everybody else could talk, but I couldn't talk. So I talked anyway. Anyway, got detention for that. So the point is like, no, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I'm not flawless. I'm not always confident. But what makes me a little bit more confident and helps me a little bit more is being positive. And honestly, we have overcame so much in our life that a little setback isn't going to kill us. It's not going to stop us. It's life. There's going to be setbacks. There's going to be crazy things happen in the work field, at home, that you're going to be like, I don't know if I can take this. I don't know. I don't know why God's putting me through this. Like, you can question everything. But the thing is if you question about the God aspect, He does it for a reason. And, I'm not going to pretend. When I was dating my ex and we first split, I did question, like, why is this happening? But then I found out, guys, the amazing reason it happened. So I could help you guys. So I could just have you guys support too. Like, because your guys' support means so much to me, and I'm not going to pretend it doesn't. And I'm so blessed. I'm so thankful for you guys. It is unreal. And, and I got my answer. Literally a short couple months ago, I got my answer. And I'm so happy. And I was actually, guys, I was on the phone with my cousin last night, Christy. And, she was talking because what you guys don't know is my ex called me last night. It got me a little worked up. I'm not going to pretend it didn't. Anyway, I called her and I was like, and I vented about the phone conversation, of course. But the thing is, but then I really thought about it. I genuinely really thought about it. Guys, you guys are the amazing thing that came out of that breakup. And that may sound crazy and absurd because you're like, how did I do that? Guys, your support. On my deepest lows, you guys support me, and I'm going to cry. But you guys have supported me through it. You guys have supported me so much. My page is almost at 800 people already, and Lord, I didn't even think I'd get 100 people out of it. And let alone people wanting to meet me, and that makes me feel so good, so grateful, so thankful. And I'm like, this is why. So I can help you guys. I could give you guys some advice, and and I may be only 24 years old, but I've been through crazy stuff before, and it's just like, that is why. And I always think back to the negative times, and whether it's at work, at home, there's a reason. I always say something's going to come out of it. And you know what? I got my answer for one today. Well, last night, really, it dawned on me. And I just want to thank you guys for that. And if anything I can do for you guys, I will do everything and anything I can for you guys. First and foremost, I want you guys to genuinely know that. And you're going to have hard times at work where, your managers are going to be upset with you. You're going to have times where coworkers are upset with you. You're going to have that. You're going to get times where you're going to be like, oh my goodness, I forgot that. That's normal. As much as they say with Turners, we also suffer from ADHD and stuff like that. So, of course, we can be prone to forgetting things. I don't even think of it like that at work. If I forget to do one little thing, guess what? That's life. Because the person you work with also, they forget stuff too. No matter what, it's okay. That's not any different than anybody else. And if you really think about the big picture, we're not different. We're shorter. Yeah. We go through a little bit more. Yeah. But the thing is everybody's going through something at some point in time. And, you can sit there and you could be struggling one day and somebody tear you down about it, but then you could be the bigger person and support them. and then it'll show them the real person. And I feel like that's the most important thing I can keep reiterating on this video. And I will make a video later today about confidence and how I've gotten a lot more confident in myself and about everything I've been doing. And because I have had a request for that video, too. But I just want you guys to know I'm always here for you guys, regardless. I want you to know that no matter if you have a negative person in the work field, don't let that affect your day. You only deal with them a couple hours a day, you go home. I want you to know that you guys are amazing. You need to know that, and you need to believe in yourself, because you guys are amazing, every one of us. We're fighters. We're fighting even to come into this world, let alone living. And now that we're here, we're fighting to live. You know? And nobody should judge you on that. Nobody should, I feel like, nobody should tear you down for that. And if they do, you know what? They're not worth your energy. Don't get upset about it. And always find a positive. That is something that's helped me tremendously in life. I take one day at a time. And I feel like you guys, if you can just find a positive and you're like, what the heck's a positive in this? Guess what? Take a step back. Take a deep breath in. And relax for a moment. You don't need answers right away. You may want answers right away, but you don't need it right away. Go take a hot bath and put some of that, that bath bombs in there with you. Take a minute. Drink a glass of wine. Then think about it again. And when you come back, I bet you'll find a positive. I bet you'll find a positive. Somebody stole my car before, and I found a positive out of that. Don't even ask me how. I don't even know how I found a positive in that, but I did. So if that can help you guys know that you can find a positive in anything, you can. I know I have faith in you guys. And remember, I'm here. But I love you guys. I hope this helped you with a little bit about the interview process. I hope this helped you with a little bit of stuff in the work field, if what you're going to face, whether you have good days, bad days. And remember, you're going to have both. That's super important. And you're going to have interviews with poker faces. Go in smiling. You'll win them over in a heartbeat. Be upfront with them. They are so appreciative when people are so honest with them. And I actually had an employer tell me that too. And I think that's really important for me to relay to you guys, because of how upfront I was. They gave me the job. Regardless, you only had so many calls, but guess what? They never got me in trouble for a call off. Ever. So, because I only call off when necessary. But if you're upfront, everything will be amazing. And hi. But anyway, I'm going to leave on this note. I really hope this video helped you. And I hope that you guys really learned from this video too, and how open I am with you guys. Please, if you have any questions for me, if you have anything you want me to make a video on, message me, comment. I will see them. It may take me a few days to make the video, but I will make the videos always, I promise. But just remember how perfect you guys are and how amazing you guys are. I love you guys. Have a good day.